Welcome to the channel, everybody. So we got a little project going here today. If you've seen some of my other videos, you see we wear these t-shirts, you know, with our logo on it, and hats and whatever. And my wife does a lot of that stuff on her Cricut machine, and she does cups and stuff also, which I haven't given away a cup yet, but that maybe in the future we'll give away a cup once we get it dialed in a little better. But the problem with doing the cups is the lettering starts to come off if you get it wet or whatever. So she wants to epoxy them, and I bought her this little machine to do the epoxying, but it gives off fumes and whatever. So what I'm doing is I'm making a little box here out of these strips of wood. And I got the old, this is the old fan from up north in the, not up north, from upstairs in a shower. For some reason the plastic housing cracked and the fan started rattling and whatever. So I kind of cut away those pieces that were loose of plastic, and I put this piece of plywood in here, and I, you know, clamped it all back together, and it works fine now. So I'm going to incorporate that into these boards here that I'm making, and that way it'll suck the fumes out. She won't be breathing them in, and we can put a hose and just go out the basement window here or something, and then she can do these cups and put epoxy on these cups, and it won't fill the house with fumes and stuff. So anyhow, I kind of came up with a design here. I'm making it 3 feet wide, and I think these pieces were 16 3/4, and if I put them, just kind of glue them together like that there, then that piece will fit inside here. And I have the leftover styrofoam from the tree stands I made last winter. I have some of that left over, and that's going to fill in the rest of the areas. And then we'll just paint it all and make it like a box. Okay? So the first thing we got to do is we got to put these pieces together like this. So I'm just using my brad nailer, and hopefully I got enough glue here. My glue is kind of running out, but pretty much out of glue. Oh well, we'll just nail it together now. I like to use glue. It makes it stronger, you know. These little brad nails don't hold a lot, I guess. Okay, here's one together. See these brad nails, they don't like that particle board either. They like to come out. But I'll just snip those off. All right, there's one. Just get a couple of dabs. There's one. don't know how often you guys use these brad nailers, but I put one of these right through my thumb one time. I was doing molding upstairs, and I kind of had it at an angle, and I hit that little metal piece that's behind your drywall, and that curled that nail right around and came out right through my thumbnail. So gotta be careful with some of this stuff. It's not always what it seems. It's a nice little gun. I've used it quite a bit over the years. But yeah, they like to walk. They see that one. That one came right out the side. All right, so we got those pieces made. Now, the next piece will go in here like this, okay? And then this should fit right there, and then the other piece on top. And that's how I'm making that, okay? There you are, just like that. And this should, if I measured everything right, this should fit right in here like this. Yeah, plenty of room. Actually, it could go either way. It could go either way. So now I gotta figure out how I'm gonna put the styrofoam on there. Okay, so here's the start of it. I cut a couple pieces of styrofoam. So this one here will go on the bottom. And the reason I'm using this styrofoam is, I mean, it's just gonna make it lighter to carry around or move or whatever. So that piece goes in the bottom. This piece will go on the inside here, like this. And then we'll cut a window. We'll cut a window in here for the fan. So basically what I have to do is copy what I made on the bottom here for the top. I have the pieces right here. And then put two pieces of styrofoam on the sides here. So what I'm gonna do for now is I'm gonna glue these pieces in. And that way that'll stiffen everything up a little bit before I flip it over and do the other side. Okay, so we're gonna come back to this after I have this all glued in and it's dried for a day. So what I did here is I basically copied the bottom to the top, put another piece of styrofoam up here. So the last thing we need to do then is, I thought maybe the styrofoam itself would help hold this up, but I'm thinking I need to put another board in there. So this board is gonna go in here just like this. Okay, and then one on the other side over there. And we'll nail those in, and then I got a couple pieces of styrofoam cut. Got a couple pieces of styrofoam cut for the sides. Let's throw that together. I even went and got some glue. So we got that in there, and then these pieces here are just going to go inside here like this. Put right in there, and we'll glue them in. And then we're gonna go and paint it. Finish caulking some of the seams. We'll paint it, and then we'll get the thing down here later, and we'll set it in here and see how it works. We're just going to glue this in. I just use liquid nails. Works pretty good for this stuff. Just put a bead there and a bead up on top. And stick it in there. Alright, so that's it. Let's grab my extension cord here. So now if I did everything right, this should just run. There you go. Got air blowing. It actually moves quite a bit of air, so it should work pretty good. Alright. I will eventually add a switch up here or something where she can just flip a switch, you know, instead of having to plug it in every time. But that's something for a different day. So right now we're gonna finish caulking it up, and that's about it. Caulking it up and then get it painted, and then we'll show you the finished product. Well, here it is, folks. The finished product. We got the inside all painted. It's a pretty much done deal. The reason I wanted to show you this project is this entire project is made out of scraps. There really wasn't nothing. I bought a light here, which I'll show you in a minute, and I had to buy an electrical box. Otherwise, you know, everything here was a recycled product, basically. The styrofoam was left over from the tree stand we built. This wood came from an old workbench that I had down here that I wasn't using anymore, so I cut it up for this project. Instead of throwing the stuff away, you know, I try and reuse as much as I can. So, short of the electrical box and the light and this hose here, which I'm having issues with this hose already, so I don't know if that's going to work right, but we'll get to that later. So everything was made out of a recycled or repurposed product. So here it is. She can come down here and flip the switch on. All right, gives her good light. There's an outlet here in this light, and the unit that we're going to put in here for doing the cups will plug right into that. So when she flips that switch, that'll start that spinning and whatever. Or I don't know what this thing looks like. I bought it last year for Christmas and I haven't done nothing with it yet. So I gotta go find it and put it in here. It may have a switch on it itself, so then she can just flip that switch for that to run. But you know, another switch there for the fan to go on. And you know, at some point, if she gets her process down and she knows that it's, you know, that it's got to run for 24 hours or whatever, I don't know what the times are. We could put some kind of a timer on here yet too. I know I have a whole box of timers somewhere from Christmas lights and whatever that we could throw a timer on here, and then she's set to go. She could set it up, you know, put a cup in there and set the timer and go, you know. So that's it. I'm gonna get this set on a table or a cart, and then I'm gonna find that unit, and I will show you with this once the unit is in it and in its final resting spot, basically. And we'll get back to you in a little bit here. So here it is, all done. So it turns off with that, or you can just have the light on and then there's a switch here for the unit itself. Okay, so that can be either on or off. I couldn't even tell it was moving. The thing rotates so slow, but that's how it works. It just spins and keeps the epoxy moving until it dries, and that puts an even coat of epoxy then on your cup. So flip on the blower. Got a board up there in the window. Just open the window and stick that in there, and then it'll blow the air out that window, and you won't have the fumes down here in the basement. So that's it, folks. Hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.